Hi friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. I'm going to do part 2 of my December flip through in my Creative Daily Journal. Now, if you're new here, welcome. If you haven't seen part 1, it should obviously be the one probably posted right before this one, but we've already flipped the first half of the month where I tell you about my book and the things I'm doing. So the first thing I'm doing is I did participate in the Winter Journal Challenge 2024 by Kia Creates. So the prompts were posted, and I thought this was a really fun idea, and I'm really grateful. So thank you for including me on it. The other thing that I'm doing is every month I have an item of the month for me to challenge myself, and everyone is invited to play along. So please let me know if you're playing along. My item of the month to include on every page is watercolor. So I've been trying to include that. All right, so let's flip to halfway. And halfway is kind of fun because it's literally where the two signatures separate. So I usually don't do anything where if I put multiple signatures in, I don't tend to use this as a page. Of course, sometimes I have, but for the most part, I don't. So this is kind of just like where we left off. This is just a fun, I don't even know what packaging tag, right, off of something, and I just thought it was fun, so I glued that in there. All right, so here we go. Monday is the 16th. We are halfway through. This is a pocket tag I made out of the cover of a scrapbook pad of paper, right? Cut it up, layered it on, and yeah. So this is watercolor. Trying to find it. Oh, maybe not. This is my watercoloring on here. Again, I'm not trying to be an artist, like a watercolor artist. I just was trying to get in the habit of reaching for my watercolors. I'm also learning, like through this challenge to myself, kind of why I don't reach for things, right? And some of it's location, of course. Some of it is practicality. For instance, watercolors sometimes don't dry very quickly. And oftentimes it's just practicality, like it might take more effort. I know that sounds so lame, but I don't want to get up from my seat and go cut out die cuts in the middle of like journaling a page. Most of the time. Obviously, sometimes I do, but like, so like I know that if I have things around me, which is why I'm surrounded by my stuff, I'm obviously more apt to reach for it. So anyway, it's kind of a process I'm learning about myself. I love it. So Monday the 16th, let's see, this says hooray, and it says, oh, the boy is home. My husband picked him up at the airport, and I'm so excited to have him home for a while. So yes, that's exciting. I don't know what this is in reference to, so that's always fun. Here's our little Christmas card from the school. That the schools are so funny, and I don't remember this from when my kids went, and I'm sure they did it. I just wasn't a part of it. But the elementary schools, all the schools, send out a Christmas card to the other schools. It's very cute. And a lot of them have mascots or they had staff picture. Anyway, it's very cute. This is the day I was going to go back to the gym. Can't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did. I have had many intentions to start back at the gym, and I've had many discussions as to why I'm not starting back at the gym. Anyway, so I put this little motivational sticker there. Of course, 3 months from now, you'll thank yourself. This is actually cut out of an old planner. You can see here it was on like a page from my old planner. Yeah, so you can like... the things that motivated me then still motivate me now, like quotes and whatnot. I don't know. Let's see. I had the last walk with the teachers today for the year and prep for the week. Loved all the holiday cards from other schools. Yeah, these were really fun. And yeah, nothing. There's nothing on this page. Like really. Loved this. Oh, so this paper is from my dear friend, and her mom designed this. She used to have a scrapbooking company, and she designed this paper. And her mom actually passed probably in 2012. And this scrapbooking paper is probably from like 2005. I don't even know, but I have very few pages of her stuff left. And so when I used it, I took a picture of it and I sent it to her. Yeah, I just love it. And she was such a beautiful soul and just an amazing woman. And so it just brings warmth and like I just love having a piece of her artwork in my journal. I love the sticker. I love this. And I don't know what else happened this day. So if we ever have days that you are like, I have nothing to document, this is one of these days. Okay. All right. The next day is Tuesday, the 17th. So this day, my boy came home. This day, my girl came home. And so I put hello, gorgeous, and howdy. And this is my husband picking her up from the airport. My son and I got to go out to tacos after work, which was great because we get very little, like just one-on-one time, you know, with each other, with our kids. And so I really cherish that. So we took like a couple hours and went out to just a little taco place near us. But I always enjoy the conversation. I really enjoyed our time. And I knew at the time that was going to be our only time to have one-on-one time together. He was leaving right after we got back, and my daughter was staying for a whole nother week. And so I knew I'd have like lots of time with her. So, my husband picked her up because anyway, where he works, it's closer to the airport. And then I came home and took my son to dinner. And I love when my kids are home, and I'm conscious that it's going to be less and less, like might be the last time that he comes back to this house, like, right? So at least alone, right? At least alone. This was a fun day. We hosted Coco, what did she call it? Music and Melodies. And so here are my watercolor. I love I love trying to incorporate the watercolor in. Again, I am not a good watercolor artist of any sort. And so just adding little things. I put music paper over here just to back this paper that was already in here. And I hosted a hot cocoa cart like for the teachers, and then she played Christmas carols and we all sang in the lobby and started our morning off. It was really fun. When I got home, I had an Amazon package and I opened it up and I did not know what they were. And I was like, to my husband, I'm like, did you order these? Or like, what is this? And then I didn't know, but they were a whole set of like spackles. Is that what you call these? Spackles? Yeah. Anyway, and sweet Melissa sent me these. You're so dang cute. You're so dang cute. And it says to dig out your glue. Yes, to dig out my glue, because I had that thing of Yes Paste. I have my glue sticks. I used to have a plastic one. I'm sure at this point it's been thrown away. I don't know. I can't find it. It's nowhere. And she's tired of hearing me complain about it. And so she sent me spackles. So thank you so much, sweet Melissa. All right. The next day is Thursday. This is my coffee talk day. So I have coffee up here. This is like a little corner tuck spot I put in here like this. This is my watercoloring I did on here. I don't know. I felt a little color inspired this day, probably from this. And then this sticker. Here's our volunteer stickers that, when I host groups, like parents have to sign in and get a sticker. Like they can't be on campus without, anyway. So I use this journaling spot as a tuck. It's actually printed on sticker paper, but I left the sticker paper on and just so it can come in and out of the tuck spot. And I just put, the boy went on a talking interview in Seattle and then visited his friends. My husband and I worked. My sweet Rue slept on the couch most of the day. She's just so exhausted after traveling and the semester and all that. We had pizza at home from my husband's boss. He gifts my husband like this really fancy pizza from Chicago. I don't know. It's so good. So my daughter and I ate that. My husband is not eating that right now. And then my son wasn't going to come home. He was going to stay up in Seattle and visit, And so I texted him, and then my phone goes off at 9:00. So oddly enough, I don't know why, but I have to check. Anyway, he texted me at like 10:30 or 11:30. I don't even know. And he said, oh, I changed my mind. I'm coming home. Well, I'm asleep, friend. I'm asleep. And the door is locked. And neither one of my children brought their keys because they don't have a car here and don't need. Anyway, so he was locked out of the house. So he got in through our back door. But it was, yeah, I was laughing the next day. on this little thing down here, I put, oh, what fun it is to save. This is obviously an Amazon package, and I ordered all the Christmas gifts for California family to be delivered down there. It's the 19th, if you wonder when I shop. And this is like a little tree that one of the kids made for me. Is so cute. I had it in my plant in my office, and so it's all dirty, but I took it out of my plant and put it in here, and I just thought it was so dang cute. So, all right, the 20th is, let's see, Friday. Oh, this day, oh, I wore my ugly sweater. I should probably note that. Let's just take a moment. It's so ugly, I don't even like it. Like, I don't know. Okay. So there's that. The kids are bananas, you guys. The children, they're so amped up on Christmas cookies and frosting and gosh knows what else. It was a lot. So this is Friday, and it was pajama day at school. And so I'm not allowed to wear pajamas to school. And so I wore leggings and boots and a tank top and then like a flannel jammy over it, if that makes sense. It kind of looked like a flannel, but it's jammies. Anyway, I tried to. The kids are a little crazy and I'm ready for break. So let's see. This is me today because this came in Happy Meal and I love these so much. Is it from Lila? I think this is from Lila. These are so cute. These are my nails, not these, the ones I had on. My favorite nails, green. Ugh, I love them so much. And on here, this is watercolor that I did on here. And I just put so much to do tonight, packed and leaving so early, filled with so many thoughts and emotions. So there's a little watercolor. I kind of tried to like, inspo from leaves and stuff in there. I just left that as a journaling spot there. These two have been best friends since we moved up here to the Pacific Northwest in 8th grade. I put naughty or nice. They went out for a night on the town and sang karaoke. Yeah. And it's just so cool that they're still like great friends. My son has a really cool crew of friends that still connect a lot, but his friend plays professional baseball, and so he's traveled and he goes to watch him when he goes. It's just so cool. So they were both in town. They went out for a night on the town. We were waking up at 3 to leave at 3:30 in the morning. Okay, let's just preface that. So here we go. This is the next day, and I tipped in this whole map but anyway, we had to wake up my son, and he was on the couch till like 2:30, I think, and then decided to try and go to bed, or 3, and then decided to go to bed. I don't even know. He was not in the best traveling condition, shall I say? Maybe. We'll see. Here's 4 tickets. These came from the Happy Meal, but I love them, so I just put them in here, and then I journaled on the back. I said, oh yeah, we left the house at 3:30. We literally had to wake up the boy to make it to the airport. I don't do that, okay? My children are adults. I don't wake up people. I don't, if they're not up and at the door, I'm assuming they're going to be up and at the door. I just don't do that. And it's so unlike him. And so my daughter was like, Mom, we probably should wake him up. I'm like, no, he's super responsible. Both my children. No, my child was out cold. Didn't know who I was when I went to wake him up. And so I had to call my daughter. I was like, you're going to need to come down here and help me, because he was so not ready to travel at 3:30 in the morning. But anyway, he rallied. We got him up very quickly, threw on the clothes, and got him on the airplane. We made it. I was worried about traveling this day because it's like literally the first day of break. A lot of people traveled this day, and anyway, and you're hearing all this craziness and whatever. We had nothing. There was no traffic on the way to the airport. There was no traffic at the parking garage, even though the one we normally go to was completely booked weeks in advance. But we did find a parking garage, which was further out. So I was worried about that. Nothing. There was no problem. It was amazing. Security lines went well. It just went great. So I started the movie 1,000 Miles. I don't think that's the name of it, and I need to find it again. I can't find it on here. It's about a running program in prison, and I wanted to finish it, but on the way home we flew a different airline and they didn't have it, and I don't have it here without paying for it. Anyway, it was really fascinating. I really like watching programs like that. And there was no craziness at the airport. It was absolutely amazing. So we got our car and we made it to the first event. Once we hit the ground, it was like going. It was, and we knew it was going to be crazy. And so we were a little bit late, like with the rental car and like all that kind of stuff. And so we ended up just going straight from the airport to the bar, actually, to get a sandwich and join our friends for a birthday celebration, because then we had to be down at my mom's house, by 4:00, and it was a lot. So this came in Happy Meal. I absolutely love it. It's stamped on like canvas material. It's so beautiful. It says Adore. These are the earplugs they gave us. Okay, here is a picture of my boy. He slept like 20 minutes after his night out, and he brought... We get to the airport, and my husband had gotten this beautiful, like really nice, what I will call charcuterie box from a client at work. Okay. Like a fancy one with like really nice Italian dried salami, beautiful blocks of cheese. I mean, gorgeous, right? I wake up, we get the boy, he's got a thing of salami in his pocket. He's been gnawing on it like through the night or whatever. I don't even know. I don't want to know. So we get to the airport, and here's a picture of him and this giant stick of salami that he has in his pocket. I was dying. We were just laughing so much. Here's a little picture. We got to the bar and it says "Love in My Brew." This is from Pam. Here's a map of where we are in California. So we get down there, and at like 4:00, we have to be sooner than that. We're down there early. But anyway, down at my mom's for the boat parade in Naples. And so I look at the date. It's not in a corner. Look at that. That's exciting, huh? That's way outside my norm. Here is the watercolor for my day. This again is that scrapbooking, like the cover, right, of the scrapbooking pad. So here's a bunch of us at the boat parade that night. Super fun. Lifelong friends. Love it. So tucked that in there. All right. The next day was my husband's family's Christmas. So, and it was the first time with us seeing some babies. I just did some, watercolor lines. It was super fun. My kids did a reenactment of their little, a picture they did when they were younger. It was super fun. Both the families, we had everyone present on both sides of the family for both Christmases we celebrated, and neither family has been together in complete number since 2019. So it was pretty cool to share. Here's my watercoloring for this day with just red and green. And I did a lot of this, you guys. Again, the point is to reach for the supply, not, again, to like practice my watercolor necessarily. I put super fun day, grateful to get together. They were asked to recreate a photo. Yeah, they're good sports about it. And my husband's dad is, I don't know the right word, an artisan. Like, he is so talented at woodwork, and he made my daughter this beautiful checkerboard. It's almost orange bowl for it. He's so talented. Anyway, here is my watercolor for this day. So this is Monday, and what we did on Monday was just game day. And so my husband and I got up early and walked every day in California. That's super nice. And I cut off this note card. This note card was actually, notepad was from Melissa, but had a fun casual day at Gigi's playing games, cornhole, rummy cube, and other games, including, We're Doomed. One of the games is called We're Doomed. I don't know if you guys have ever played that. It was very interesting. It was very, anyway, and it was fascinating, not fascinating. Like, I'm so pleased and happy with how quickly the kids especially click back into just being best cousins. I mean, they just love hanging out together and playing games for hours. I mean, and we haven't seen them in a long time. Like, it's just really cool. This day we had our annual trip to, not annual, every time we go to California, we get a trip to Tommy's Burgers with my friends. So this was it here. Super cool because we all haven't been together also. This was the day of my prompt for the winter journal challenge. So it was festive flavors, and I chose this day because it's the 24th of December. And as our Christmas Eve tradition, my family growing up always did a seafood chowder. That was my grandparents' tradition. Dutch, Norwegian, French, all of that kind of stuff. Beautiful china. We had hand-painted seafood china. Candlelight dinner, like fancy dress. This was always my tradition growing up. And so that was always just what we did. When I started dating my husband and married him, his birthday is this day. And so it then at some point transitioned into like a birthday dinner for him, which we stopped celebrating Christmas Eve. Kind of like when my grandmother finally passed, maybe, and we started doing more like a casual birthday dinner, like more for him. Anyway, so I just made a page kind of like documenting all of that, like the seafood and the china and the history of it, and then like a birthday cake. And so that is how I document festive flavors for the 24th of December in our family. And obviously every family is different, but I mean, some families celebrate Christmas on this day. So this is a day where I literally, in our house, take off the Christmas decorations, take off the Christmas tablecloth. First of all, he's not big on his birthday, and he'd really prefer not to do anything. But if we're going to do something, it's not Christmas related. So it's usually barbecue, quite frankly, and cake or something. And we take off the Christmas decorations in the dining room and put up birthday stuff. So I really enjoyed this prompt. I thought it was really, really fun, and I don't know, super creative. So thank you again. So this was the flip of that. So this page I made separate because it was due, so this is the regular page, and I tipped in my journal prompt page here. So this is the rest of 24th. We did go to Trader Joe's to get some treats here. We had a beautiful dinner. My husband, I think, cooked a roast or something. I don't even know. We got some other stuff for his kind of birthday dinner at my mom's house because we're down there. Filled the stockings. And then my entire life, my entire life we went to 11 o'clock service. When my children were young, we went to 11 o'clock service. And my children, even from a young age, 3, 4, 5, we always went to the 11 o'clock service. And then we would try and stay up for Santa, do the whole thing. And it's just what we did. Later on in life, as my parents got older, we started going to like the 7 o'clock service, 7:30, whatever it is. My mom always sang in the choir, so my parents would sometimes go to both. It's just, so this year we decided we're going to go back to the 11 o'clock service. Like, we're all there. It's just a memory. It's just a memory I have with my dad. Like, because my mom was always singing, my dad and I always sat, it was just the two of us for obviously many years. So we have this beautiful dinner. We're all really tired and thinking we probably should have gone to the 7:30, but that decision's been made. So we lay down for a nap. We get up, we get dressed. I'm still a little worried. I don't know how many people are going to the service. I just don't know with my mom's mobility, all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, we need to go there early. I'd rather just be there early. So we get there at 10:30. There's not a lot of parking. So I'm like, oh gosh, glad we're here early. We get it. We drop her off. I go park, like the whole thing. We walk in and the doors are closed. Like, the entry to the church is open, but the door to the, actual church is closed. And I hear some singing and I hear the pastor kind of talking. And I said, oh gosh, they're still kind of warming up or going over their last practice or whatever. And the greeter is like, we're in the middle of service. And I was like, what? And he's like, service starts at 10. I was like, there's no way. When did service start at 10? When did people change this, and why do I not know? And why does my mother not know? I was dying. So my sweet daughter and husband, like whoever, walked my mom in, and we sat in the back pew. And so by the time I got there, like we scooched in. We were in the very, very back pew of the church. I've never sat back there in my life. I don't know how people go to church and sit in the back row, because I can't see, and I can't, like, we always sit in like the 5th row. We used to sit on the right until my mom changed, and then we were on the left. Like, we have a seat. Like, I don't understand. But anyway, we were late to church on Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve, we were late to church. And please know, if it had been us and not my mother who was late, like, that would have been my hide. Do you know what I'm saying? But no, she just kind of laughed, and she's like, oh, I was dying. Here's some watercolor. Not a lot of watercolor going on. Not a lot of watercolor. Oh, that's the 24th or 23rd. This is my watercolor for the day, friends. That's it. Yeah, we were late to church. So I just put, my favorite memories are sitting with Dad and singing Silent Night. So we hand out the candles, and we all light them. They pass it back like you light from your neighbor, and it lights up the whole church, right? So that was pretty cool, sitting in the back, I do have to say, because normally we're in the front. And then the whole church sits in darkness with just the candles and sings Silent Night. It's a pretty cool tradition. Now, I remember when we used to actually walk out of the church and do that, but that ended because of safety when I was probably like 10. But, I can't believe we were late to church. And the pastor was so good about it. My mom was so embarrassed as we walked out and greeted him. And she's like, I can't believe it. And he's like, well, you were here for the best part. You got my message. You were here for my message. And I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. I can't believe we were late for church on Christmas Eve, but it's okay. All right. The 25th, it was just my family and my mom at her house this day. And it was the perfect kind of way to do our first Christmas without my dad. Yeah. So, I am missing a picture. I do have a sticky here. I don't know where the picture is. It's not on my phone, so I still have to get it. But we have our traditional picture of just our stockings. That's all we did this year for Christmas. But I always get one of my kids. They open the stocking first, so that picture will go here. I put the mug here. It says Merry Christmas, and I put eggnog. I put sad day without Dad, but the eggnog tradition continued. It was fun having neighbors of Mom's over, and she and my husband made the family recipe, and my daughter and son had some. It is a family tradition that's been passed down for, I don't even know, 100 years or something. And it involves, some egg and a lot of liquor and some nog. So anyway, I tipped this little card in, and I just put this, and I just wrote a little note to my dad here. And this is the watercoloring here. Now, here's a picture of our stockings on her mantle. I printed these up on my actual printer upstairs, and that's, again, with help from Melissa. If you haven't heard that, both of my photo printers down here have broken. And so I've been going to like a drugstore, with a photo printer. But if I don't want to do that or don't have time or like whatever, she showed me how to finally figure out how to print them at home. Now the color sucks. So I don't even know if I want to worry about it on my actual printer, to be honest, but we'll see. So anyway, here is Lake House Designs again. I screenshotted this, completely her artwork, completely amazing, and I love it a lot. And this holiday was very hard. So here is a cutout from some of the incense that my daughter got me. We bought them at like Five Below that day, or this day when we went to Trader Joe's. Here is some wrapping paper, not from this year, obviously. This day is the day my family celebrated Christmas. And there was like 19 of us. And so that was a lot for my mom to host. This is all watercolor on here. I just watercolored the background. I cut out, this wrapping paper right here. I got out of the trash. Oh no, this isn't even it. Is it? It might be. I don't think so. This is another piece of wrapping paper that had snowflakes. So I cut these out and glued them on. My daughter got, like from my godmom, basically, she got her sorority bracelets. She passed down her sorority bracelets to my daughter, which is just so thoughtful and kind. And then my sister made amazing bears and pillows for everyone. And I was looking on the back. I have a picture of them all. I didn't include it in here. Amazing bears and pillows out of my dad's shirts and ties. And basically, when we went through his stuff, or started to go through his stuff in July, we all picked out like 2 shirts and a tie, or, some stuff that we wanted to make something out of. And we didn't really know. And my sister's like, I'll look into it. She's so freaking talented. It's unbelievable. But she made like 12 bears and 5 pillows or something. Amazing. They're just amazing. So, a little note here about emotional boundaries. It was very difficult. This was a very difficult holiday for lots of reasons. So trying to stay grounded. We walked every day. My husband was very good about walking and like getting me moving and like taking time out when we needed it, all of that kind of stuff. So it was really cool. The 27th, we had, my husband got up early and went to my mom's favorite bagel place, got bagels. We had bagels and lox, which is a family tradition. And, yeah, we had bagels and lox, and my niece and her boyfriend came, and we took down Christmas. So very, very hard. My mom was not quite ready to take down Christmas, but we're leaving the next day, and like it had to be done. She can't do it, obviously, and so we wanted to have it done. So it was nice. I mean, there was enough of us, and here's a little sticker that is not very sticky. It was great. We took it all down, got it all boxed up and up in the attic. So it was great. That night we had family movie night with my mom, just kind of on the couch or whatever, and watched Red One. I don't know. You let me know. My family went to Gigi's for a little bit and got in and out and played games a little bit with her. I stayed with mom, ran some errands. Yeah. If you've seen the movie, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. This is the hat, like from In-N-Out, right? All right, the next day is Saturday. Here we went and took pictures on the beach with my dad's Christmas shirts on, and that was fun. And we like to take pictures here on the beach because my parents' house is in the background. Just miss him a lot. Today was Boxing Day regatta, and we did not plan well. I don't know why I thought Boxing Day regatta was on Boxing Day, and we were busy on Boxing Day because that was obviously our family's Christmas. But my kids could have sailed in it, and so we were kind of bummed. But anyway, we just sat out on the dock or on her patio and balcony and watched them race. They raced right in front of the house. It was pretty cool. They've sailed in it when they were young. I sailed in it. Like it's just cool. Here's a plane picture. My husband caught this on our way home. I mean, how beautiful is that? And my family went and said goodbye to Gigi today. And because she is my husband's aunt. I stayed with mom, helped her run errands again and get kind of things caught up before we left, and then caught a flight home, and we were home and in bed by 11. I'm so tired. Oh yeah, and we had bagels and lox this day as well, and Pantone, I don't know, like this cake thing. This isn't a great picture of it, but like a giant cake thing. I don't even know, but it had coffee flavored chocolate chips in it. It was good. All right, the 29th, I do have a sticker here. There is a picture here. There is a picture missing from here that I need also. The 29th is Sunday. Oh, we opened our sweet gifts from our boy. It was a lot this year, right? And so my sweet son like had some things mailed home for us, and then my daughter was only allowed like a backpack to fly home. So she's like, I didn't bring Christmas gifts. Like, anyway, we decided it wasn't worth it to fly it down to California in our bags and fly it back up here and like all that kind of stuff. So we opened some sweet gifts from him. He got me these really cool Tim Holtz stickers right here. It's so amazing. It's just so thoughtful, like from a college kid, like just to find those and get them. Anyway, so that was fun. We went out to sushi this night at one of our favorite sushi dinner restaurants. And, so there's, like I said, there's a picture here of us missing. So I put the first day home, lots of laundry. We got a dog to watch for 5 days, the dog that we dog sit. And, I went and bought a cribbage board for my son's girlfriend's mother. and took gifts over for her, a basket of other things and whatnot. And then we got some food to have at the house and some meat for my husband. And then we went to a great sushi dinner and gelato with my family. Here's the sticker from the grocery store. Here's a sticker from the little market. And here is a piece of wrapping paper from the wrapping paper my son used for my gift. This little section right here, without the bear, this little gift was in Happy Mail. I cut his little paw and put that in there. This little section right here is a little piece out of an old planner. When I cut up my planners, I saved lots of little pieces like this. And so I'm happy to reuse that. That's exciting. Definitely raining today. Here's a little sticker for the dog. This is watercolor. I think I made this page with you guys. So if you saw that, you saw this page come together. That's the 29th. This is the 30th. I got a sweet Happy Meal this day. I went to get gas, but I did not document how much. Jenny, yes, thank you. Look at though. I think this is my first one. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, I thought that was very cool. This is the actual card. And so I just popped the whole thing in here. My drink. Oh, I had a gingerbread latte today. My daughter and I took my son to the airport and then stopped to get coffee on the way home. And yeah, excited to see him in a month, but he had to fly. And then we got a bagel. And then we had to go to the licensing department to get her new plates for her truck that were stolen. I picked up the sweet Happy Meal. And then, oh yeah, I took care of some other bills today. My daughter went to the coffee shop again with her girlfriend to get lunch. And we had forgotten she was going there. When we stopped there in the morning, we were going to get the license plates. They weren't open yet. And so we're like, we'll grab coffee. So we stopped at the coffee shop. We had forgotten she was like literally going there for lunch. And so anyway, it doesn't matter. She went twice in that day. But, and then when she got home, she and I watched the whole new season of Cobra Kai. Yeah, don't judge us. Okay, because I really like it. Okay, we're definitely hooked on that. Oh, and I think this day I did not document. I think I need to document that little sticky there. I think we watched, I know we watched, because it had to have been this day, right? Crown, I think. Crown, question mark. I will check. The end of the year is here. So many emotions. This sweetheart is from Janet Nash, and I love it so much. And I saved it for this last day. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, sweet Janet. And yeah, so we did nothing. My husband worked a half a day, and the dog we're watching got a little sick in our bed. I think it just might be nerves, like with the fireworks and just everything else. I'm not too sure, but it's fine. We just watched it, and it was like, you know, when they eat grass and kind of that mucusy thing. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The power went out for a bit, so that was fun, but it came back on. So this is the watercolor here. I just put Happy New Year. These are watercolor lines. And I'm going to finish a little bit of journaling here, so that's why I wrote the crown. But I think that is, that's the end of the year. This piece right here is from a Happy Planner, like an old Happy Planner that I ripped up. And I really like it. It like, you know, I think coordinated well. And so I'm always looking to use old paper and whatnot. This is the end of the book. Now, I tipped in this little thing of watercolor just as a nod, if you will, to my item of the month, which was fun. And here are the papers. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of paper I cut out. These were in my book. I had too many pieces of paper. But when I put it together, I was too in love with certain pieces on certain pages and all the stuff that I was just like, I'm not redoing the count again. So I just ended up cutting them out. I used some of them for journaling spots, and some of them I tucked back into my, you know, pile for next year. So that's how I handled that. I wasn't going to leave 5 pages in my journal of like unused Christmas paper because I need it, right? I need every ounce of it. This entire book is Christmas, and you can't even tell I made a dent. I did put some stickers on the back here. So that is 2024, December 2024. It is a fat little gem, and it does not sit, even sitting, you know, it is a huge gator, almost 5 inches. Like, yeah, it's definitely 4.5, if not 4 3/4 sitting wide. So as I put it on my shelf, I will see, I might just need to put a big rubber band on it or something. It's just too much for this binding, right? So, but I mean, it's so fun. Look at the chunks, look at the memories in here. And that's the end. That's the end of this year. And I am excited about it. And I'm going to, there's a little pizza sticker that didn't make the cut. I'm going to finish up a couple things. I think I have 2 pictures I want to look for, like specifically look for, and one maybe journaling spot in the back where I think we are watching The Crown. I have a little bit of journaling to do, but that will be it for this journal. I'm not too sure if I'm going to add anything to the front. I am actually probably going to leave it. Like I don't decorate it in the beginning of the month usually. And it normally comes to me throughout the month. Like I find something or I get something, and like, for an example, like if you got this, you're like, oh, that would be perfect. And I put it on there and it just kind of evolves, and nothing came this month. I could have used this. I chose not to. I put it on the inside. I'm actually okay with it just like this. So I will label it on the outside here, because on my bookshelf, I like to have them labeled here. So I will do that, but I'm probably going to leave the cover. So that's the end of 2024, friends. Let me know your thoughts. How did your journaling go last year? Are you making changes this year? Let me know your thoughts on that too. I think I'm doing kind of the same gig, okay? We are well into January at this point, and I haven't made any changes, and I'm not really planning on it. I don't have a specific thing I'm changing, but we'll see. All right. Thanks for being here, you guys. If you are playing along with the item of the month, please let me know, because January is fun. So, all right. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.